Well, I am super excited to be with you today for this update with Pastor David. And today I have a very special person with me. Ben Howell is the chair of our leadership council. Ben has been a leader in our church for years, he and his wife, Kate, and just has blessed our family. He is a voice that I listen to, and I have great respect for Ben. And Ben, I'm just so appreciative of you, who you are, and your presence in our church as the leader of the council. And what you're doing to help us grow in our relationship with Christ. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, David.
Well, today we're going to talk about something that is a church-wide goal for 2021. It's a goal of the council to involve, and it's called Virtual Vision Sessions. And so, Ben, why don't you tell us a little bit about what Virtual Vision Sessions are all about? What do we hope to accomplish with these?
Well, as we emerge from the pandemic, and I think we can all be excited that more and more of our fellow Americans are getting vaccinated against COVID-19 every day. So I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think that, as more and more people get vaccinated, that just accelerates our time to being together more in ministry, on campus, even away from campus, but being able to be together. Which we're excited about. So as a council, we want to engage with our church family on what the future holds for our ministries. And we're going to have these visioning sessions that anyone is welcome to join in on. And there'll be an opportunity for the attendees to hear a presentation from ministry leaders, both staff and lay leaders, on the current state of the ministry, and then for the ministry to share kind of their vision for where they want to go as we emerge from the pandemic, and then an opportunity for those in attendance to share what their ideas for where we're going with these ministries as we emerge from the pandemic. We're going to kick off on February 9th. That's this coming Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right around the corner. It sounds so important to me to engage, and I love the vehicle that you were instrumental in casting this vision for these meetings. Like you, every day I get calls from people in the church, and they're super excited. They're going to get their vaccine, and we celebrate and do a little dance for them because, like all of us, we want to get closer to where we can be back together. It's part of my faith so much is grounded in being present in community. And we also know on top of that, as we grow more and more in person, we're still going to have a part of the family that will be virtual. That part of ministry is here to stay as well. And so I'm really interested and actually quite eager to see what God has in store and what this looks like as we come back together and we grow in different ways. And so to have this time to hear what's going on right now, we've just went through a year of pandemic, and what's important to some of the leaders in terms of the values, and then what's important to you as a part of this family. And so what a great opportunity. I hope everyone joins us. Now, I know there's a number of different topics. How were the topics chosen, or what are we starting with? Is it all in one meeting? Tell us a little bit about that detail.
Well, we're going to have multiple meetings. We're going to kick off on February 9th with worship. Worship is central to who we are as a church.
Right.
And so it's an opportunity for us to come together and talk about where worship is today and where we see it going, and how do we get there. And then we're going to look at children's ministry and student ministry. And then we're going to look at missions. We're going to look at hospitality and diversity.
Right.
So those are topics that we're going to take a good, strong, hard look at because they're core to who we are as a church. And we want to make sure that as we emerge from the pandemic, that we're going in a direction that people want to engage with.
Yeah, I love those topics. I know that before I came, the church was involved in an exercise where they kind of picked out some of their values with stickies on the wall, and worship was one of the core values, and multiple generations was one of the values, and missions was one of the values, which was represented in South Street at the time. And so those are core values. There's many, many really good ministries in the church. These are ones that are part of the core. They have been. They're also ones that are in some of them are in transition, right? We're looking for a new director of worship ministry after this wonderful 19 years of Michael being with us, and we want to build on that. So it's critical we listen to what has been valuable to people. And so this is an opportunity. I see it just as a great opportunity. So how do I get involved? How do I participate?
Well, we're asking everyone to register so we can send you a Zoom link.
Hmm.
And you can register by going to our church's website, clicking on the events tab,
Yeah.
and then clicking on event registration, scrolling to the session or sessions that you would like to attend, and signing up. Then you'll receive an email with the Zoom link. May not be immediately receiving the email, but you'll receive an email in due time and sufficient time to attend the meeting that will be scheduled. So the dates, of course, are on that web page. And we just want as many people who feel called to participate to join us.
Yeah, I hope we're going to be putting that word out in this video and then in print next week. It's been announced in worship. We're talking about different ways we get the word out. And so if people would pass it on, that would be tremendous, and invite their friends. We want to hear. This is a time of listening is one of the key goals of these sessions. If you struggle at all to get on, please don't hesitate to email me at seniorpastor@fumcwb.org. And whatever we can do, it's so important that you have a chance to hear and to share. So I appreciate that. So Ben, as I mentioned earlier, I am really grateful for you and for your faith. Coming here to this family, being a part of this family now for almost 6 years. I see how you live out your faith in everyday life, the way you live it out in your neighborhood, the way you really have a heart for the church and the mission of Jesus Christ. And I'd just like to hear, as the leader of the council, this is the top leadership position in the church, lay leadership position in the church. What's on your heart? What do you dream of for our church in this kind of wackadoodle, difficult pandemic time?
Well, David, I think what I dream of most is reaching as many people for Christ and engaging with as many people as possible and as deeply as possible in a relationship showing the love and grace of Jesus. I think that emerging from the pandemic gives us the opportunity to bring people into our family, our church family, that maybe have not been in our church family, and they're looking for a church family, or they're looking for a connection. And it's an opportunity for those that have been in a season of not being as active in our family to renew their engagement with our church family. So to me, that's really what this is about, is building more community in the name of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I love that. I love you said love and grace, right? That's the message. It's love and grace. It's unexplainable grace, and an unbelievable love. And I love that you recognize that faith journey is not a linear line, and it's not necessarily a straight, steady. It can be, but for some of us, there's seasons. And even in the Bible, you have Peter who went through a season of denial. So we take steps and starts and guides, and we want to reach out and be welcoming to those who've been in a different season and say, hey. And I'm super excited that on Sunday we're seeing a little bit of this, where pretty much almost every single Sunday since we've started worshiping in person, and we are open, by the way, we've seen visitors come, people that we've never met before. And almost every Sunday these last couple weeks, we have people that haven't been in church since 2019 through the pandemic. And so there is a hunger, and I look forward to that. And so I'm really grateful for that heart. I hope that value will be part of our conversations in these virtual meetings. How does worship help us share the good news of Jesus Christ with those that aren't in our family? How does worship help us reconnect with those that have been in a different season and offer grace? How does the student ministry share Jesus Christ with our neighbors? So So I hope that's a profound value that comes out of this. I think this is a sign of the health of the church, that it's not just about one or the other, but it's about both. It's not just about me, it's about my neighbor, but it's not just about my neighbor, it's about, it's kind of a both piece. So so I'm grateful for that. So just so folks know a little bit about you. You have a beautiful wife, Kate, and two lovely daughters. What are your daughters up to right now?
Well, Anna is in her first year at Florida Gulf Coast University down in Fort Myers, and she is on campus, which is great, in the residence hall, and pursuing her major in elementary education.
Yeah.
And Leah is in her first year at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. However, she is here in Central Florida instead of being in Chapel Hill, as we're anxiously watching people get vaccinated against coronavirus. So it brings more people engage with each other, their church family. We're also looking forward to her being able to be engaging with her fellow UNC students in the fall in Chapel Hill.
A little partial there to Chapel Hill, I understand.
Just a
Now,
little
Ben,
partial.
you are a barbecue chef extraordinaire, and so I have to know the best kind. I mean, I'll eat your barbecue anytime, anywhere, but the best kind of barbecue is
Eastern North Carolina barbecue
that's it. That's
with
the ticket.
vinegar sauce.
Looking for bottles of Ben's Kitchen up on the grocery store. So Ben, thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for your vision and for your leadership and inviting folks to join us in these conversations.
Yeah, thank you, David. And just encourage anyone who's interested in joining us to please join us, and look forward to seeing you in these sessions.
Absolutely. God bless.